good's this?
How good is this? There's not an is. How good is this?
Pretty good.
This.
It's pretty good.
How are you doing, Alan? How are you doing, Steve?
Yeah. Steve, how you feeling over there, baby? Barely hanging on?
I don't know yet.
You don't know yet.
How are you doing?
Me, I feel pretty great. Got a lot of good things going. A lot of good things in the works.
What's your favorite thing that's happening right now?
My fantasy league's looking hot, bro.
You got LeBron James and Tito Shaves on your market?
Dude, I got the previous CEO of Papa John's.
Papa
But he
Lon.
was throwing around some racial slurs,
Papa
so I had to
Sean's?
get him off the team. He's no longer welcome on my squad.
Dang, dude. What'd he say?
They never do like a WWE fantasy league.
I bet they do.
I don't know about that. Do they do it, Steve? Do they do it world like a?
What in the
expect
world
Steve to
makes
know.
you think that I would
Yeah.
know anything about that?
Dude, bro,
they do that, Steve?
Hold up. Stop. You know some of the most useless information of any person that I know, and it's a
Certainly know a
blast.
couple of useless humans too.
That's
Ooh,
right.
Damn, dude. Don't throw
Damn.
me into that mix.
Tossing
I
heat.
am one of those mixes.
Tossing heat.
I almost guarantee that they have a fantasy league for the WWE, dude. Although I don't know anybody in the WWE nowadays, unless anybody's still there.
Yeah, I
That
don't
used to
know.
be when I was watching back in 2002.
Did you go through a World Wrestling Federation?
Yeah, when I was like in 9th or 10th grade, maybe even like 7th or 8th. Me and my friend David Musgrave used to do it all the time. Shout out David Musgrave. He'd call me. He'd call me on Sunday, because that was Sundays. I think Sunday SmackDown and Thursday Raw. And on like Thursdays or Sundays, he'd call me. And this was back when The Rock was big. And I'd pick up the phone, hello, like the landline. He'd go, "Can you smell what The Rock is cooking?" Click. Just hang up. No, and then it would start.
Savage.
It was
dude.
so awesome, dude. I got
Does
so
Raw
excited.
stand for something?
They just were raw dogging each other,
raw.
dude. Just pushing tips
no
into each
Vaseline.
other's.
Raw.
It's
Yeah.
like, we're like a normal wrestling squad, just without the Vaseline.
Damn, dude. Yeah.
Did you guys ever go through? My mom, when I was young, we could never use chapstick. She would only
Use Vaseline,
Yeah, we just had a huge like
petroleum
Costco
gel.
size bucket of Vaseline,
Can
and whenever we'd have chapped hooves, Mom would just rub on some
Chapped
be like, "Mom, can I just
I-
get like Burt's Bees like all the other kids?"
Oh my god,
Mom was like, "No, that stuff has fiberglass in it."
dude! I humped a bucket of Vaseline once.
The whole bucket?
Yeah.
Did you go to the store and buy it for that purpose?
No, this is awful, dude. I did it as a result of doing. So my friend Chris Bowen, God bless him.
Don't be throwing people under the bus.
I'm not throwing him. I'm throwing myself under the bus
Okay.
here.
Too late.
Yeah, I know. He was like a well-groomed kid growing up in middle school, and we were like just going through puberty. You know, feeling hormonal and randy, and I was just like, "Damn, dude, I'm ready to juggalo my taint right now about good." And I went in. I was at his house, and his house was actually the first place that I ever saw porn, and it was like on the like Skinamax. Like we didn't even get the channel. Kind of like one of those things where it was like showing up for a second, then it would go away and show up for another second. Oh my god. Anyways, like a year into that experience, going through puberty, I was like, man, like learning what masturbation was, and American Pie was coming out at the same time. And so, you know, you're just like, dude, stick your dick in an apple pie, warm one if you could. And I was just like, man, that sounds like it's going to be reckless. So I should like find something else.
How am I going to eat the pie?
I'm going to find something else that like might, you know, be similar to that. And Chris, well-groomed son of a bitch, had this huge tub of LA Looks.
Oh, no.
The gel.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, this is going to be amazing. Because it's just so sloppy and goopy. And so I stuck my dick in the LA Looks. this is awful. Nothing happened, and it was like is malleable the right word? Like it was just going around. It was too easy.
Too greasy.
It was too greasy. It's too soft.
Yeah.
And so then I went home after that, after not getting anywhere. I told Chris this like 5 years later. I was like, bro,
And you left the LA looks there for him?
for sure. Yeah,
Oh,
didn't do
bro.
anything. It was what he was using.
Exactly why you should have thrown it away.
And this stuff was like $10.99,
Anyways,
dude.
keep going. So you find a petroleum
I find
jelly.
a petroleum jelly at my
Oh,
house,
yeah,
another big one, and I'm like, this stuff is way more dense. So I did it again, and god damn it, dude, let me tell you what, dude, you put that shit on your ween, and it is just oiled to your parts for way too long. You know, you try to like wash it off your hands, and you're like, God,
Yeah.
it won't come off. It's just oil.
Yeah, it's petroleum jelly.
My ween was feeling soft and scrumptious for a long,
And then
long
you
time.
probably put the petroleum jelly back too.
And then I got laid. For sure put the petroleum jelly back, dude. It was like all of me and my brother's chapped hooves, dude.
Yeah, my mom used to that was our go-to in our house was petroleum jelly for the chapped lips.
Mm-hmm. Sorry for anybody listening to this podcast that's not listening anymore.
Yeah, that's a good thing about conversations like
Yeah,
this. Is that
you can just turn it off.
turn it off.
Yep.
Yeah. Wow. Did you guys have any remedies like naturopath or family remedies for things that like just seemed off-putting or odd?
I don't know. I had a naturopath uncle, 2 of them, like witch doctor, naturopath.
Oh, yeah, you were telling me
uncles
about that.
from Ecuador.
Just like rub crystals on your petroleum jelly and turn it into.
No, yes. I got migraines really bad as a kid, and up until I was like 11 or something, 10 or 11, I would like vomit from migraines.
Yeah.
And my uncle my uncle Fabian was at my house. You love him, dude. He's so funny. And yeah, I had this migraine this night. I used to get him like every other week, and he came and he gave me acupuncture in my hand. And he like spun this little crystal over, and he put pressure over the eye that was experiencing the migraine. And again, I would get these every other week to the point of vomiting. It was awful. And it was like a 45-minute process, and he pulled his hand off, pulled the needles out of my hand, and the headache was gone. And I haven't had a migraine
That's incredible.
since, ever again. I honestly haven't even had a headache. Like I'll get like hangover. I'll get like hangover, kind of like I feel foggy, but I've never had a proper headache. Like I never just get a headache.
Really? I get them all the time.
It's amazing, yeah. So no, I'm sure we had some weird naturopath stuff, but yeah, no, that was.
But no crystals, just like acupuncture and some.
That was the coolest thing,
pressure?
man. About like spending half of my childhood in Ecuador was going out to like the Amazon jungle and recognizing like that Western medicine is not really working, and getting like I had this like super gnarly rash from a henna tattoo that I got because I'm allergic to dye, and they put like aloe from a tree mixed with like sap from a tree and like dirt, and they just like rubbed it through a bowl. It turned into like this white paste. They put it on it and then like wrapped bamboo around it, and the next day it was gone, and it had been there for like 3 weeks, just like bubbled rash.
Wild.
It's like Ben Gay doesn't do that.
Yeah, no, because you. Well, I'm
I don't
gonna
know
talk
Ben
out of my
Gay
ass,
does.
but a lot of the remedies in America are that way
So
because
that you can
of
keep coming back and getting more.
Well, yes, but also because to like pull aloe vera and like bamboo from the Amazon is way harder than to like synthesize something and call it a remedy. I think a lot of Western medicine does that because like you can mass produce it. We're not interested in stuff that. We're interested in stuff that works that you can also mass produce, not just stuff that works that like you could just grow in your garden and it would fix something. I wish I knew more about that stuff. I don't pay any attention to like natural remedies or things that.
Your wife does, doesn't she?
Yeah, Taz, pretty on board with that.
There's just a straight shooter.
Was that?
You're just a straight shooter.
Me? Nah, I just Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes it feels overboard. Like sometimes I think that there's a tendency for that perspective to go off into the weeds a little bit, which is everything around me is toxic and everything that's produced is bad for me and will kill me. And I think that I think it's okay to have a perspective that would look out at the world around you and think that way potentially, but it's so tough to know when to stop that and to like take it overboard. Like, oh, like your shoelaces are actually like it's getting in your bloodstream and you're like, I don't know. I just don't know when to stop it, I guess is my fear. And so because it's so confusing to know like, okay, yeah, like essential oils are rad. They're great, but like to what extent? Yeah, I would imagine like drinking WD-40 is not going to be epic for your body, but like do Tide Pods cause brain hemorrhaging? You know, I just don't know when to stop, and it feels like that there's so much information on that topic that I just throw my hands up and I'm just like, whatever. Like I'll just use Tide Pods. They're super convenient.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but your wife still like kind of prohibits you from doing a lot of things like that. Which
Well,
is
for
cool.
her or for Rudy, like, you know, like I wash my clothes separately from them because the stuff that I use apparently is super toxic. And
Yeah, I know. I bought you guys some candles from a girlfriend of mine.
Yeah,
Christina, Sacred Herbs. Shout out Sacred Herbs. And I was like, yeah, Taz, I'm gonna buy, like you were asking about candles, and I was like, I'll get you guys some candles because this person makes them and she's fucking super good at making these things, and apparently they smell really good.
they smell great.
Yeah, they're fucking awesome. I got them. But Taz was like, what kind
Were they made with? Yeah.
And I had to like ask her. I was like, hey, like, do these things have nothing in them besides like the whole like whatever it's supposed to be?
Just bees' wings.
Yeah. she you know then hit me back with like this huge list of like this is what all this stuff is, and I was just like, oh, cool.
Did it check out?
It all checked out, man. Yeah.
Yeah, see, so like that's where that's the disconnect for me. Is that I don't know enough of that stuff. Like I'll come home with like a Costco pack of candles. I'm like, babe, there's like 3 huge candles for like $7.
Yeah.
This is awesome. They smell amazing. And then I'm not permitted to burn them anywhere near my child.
Yeah.
I love a good candle, dude. Like I love walking into a room that has had a candle burning in it for 20 minutes.
I know.
Or
It's
like
great.
incense. We get this specific incense from Seattle, this incense company, and I'm not positive what it is, but it's just like it brightens up my day. It's interesting how effective like lighting and scent, these senses that I like really never paid attention to
Yeah.
for 30 years pretty much.
Right.
Like how does the lighting of a room make me feel when I walk into it? It totally now completely matters. We walk into a room with like flat light, just you know, like a office space. It's like I don't know how anybody gets anything done in an office space. Just overhead.
Little mood lighting, dude. A little aroma therapy. Nothing like it, dude.
Dudes, nothing like it.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna take some of those candles with me.
I burnt them all already.
Shit, I got one in my room, dude. Anybody that's trying to buy some candles, dude, those things are great. I got like Fraser fir and like tobacco and bay leaves, so it fucking smells delicious, dude.
Yeah, I love a good candle, man. Little things in life. What are the other little things in life that you guys... candles.
Julian sticking in petroleum jelly.
Yeah. Julian's little things in life. I like a good lube. I like a good tube of LA Lux.
You're gonna agree with me, dude, but there's nothing that beats a hot tub.
Oh yeah, I mean, I don't think that's a little thing, though.
You don't? Well, it's
no,
just like
it's
it's
very
a
expensive.
luxurious
It's
thing.
a luxury.
I'm
talking like I like crisp towels. Like I love going to Costco.
I like the crispy thing. I like the crispy sides of like a meal. I don't care for the food that much, but if it's got crispy edges,
texture, you like texture a lot when you're eating. Big on texture.
Yeah.
What about you, Steve?
I'm over here just signing up for my WWE Fantasy League, guys.
Well, make sure you get Diamond Dallas in there. Dude, Teddy Swims has been working out with DDP for the last like
so
month, bro.
It's epic.
He's
so
looking
cool.
sweaty, bro.
Is he?
Yeah, all his pictures are like post-workout, and they're doing the like DDP Diamond.
I hope Teddy Swims just gets a proper crew cut and gets fucking yoked.
Yoked up, dude.
Yeah.
He just comes here for family field trip, just like straight pile driving everybody.
Yeah. Are we doing a family field trip? I say we. Are you doing a family field trip?
I'm gonna
like actually
thinking about it. Yeah.
But don't you have to put quite a bit of work into that, like moving into it?
The years that we've done it in the past, we've wanted to put a bunch of work into it because like the more work you put into it, the cooler it feels for the participants. But because we don't know if the world's gonna be operating
by July,
by like end of July, it's kind of gonna be like a BYO yourself. Just come and like we'll have some music there, and if you want to see the music and stay overnight, you can. It'll be a little bit of chips here, chips there.
Chips here, chips there.
It's all camp. I mean, we have a ton of space out here, so everybody can camp, which is safe. And it's not a big event, right? We're not trying to bring like 3,000 people here. We're trying to bring like 150 people here.
And put them up in the lodge though as well? Or?
Not in the lodge.
Why don't you tell the people what this thing even is?
No, because it's a private event. You got to get invited.
Well, sorry,
It's
listeners.
called a Stone Family Field Trip, and if you get into the close nether circles of Julian's LA Looks collection, you might get an invite.
Send me some LA Looks.
It's too viscous for you.
Nice word choice.
Dude, Tyler Viscous.
Tyler Viscosity.
Yeah, faced him.
Varicose veins.
Faced him in Matt Cat wrestling when I was
Did you?
3.5. Did you guys ever do wrestling, like any sort of gridiron wrestling growing up?
I mean,
at all?
We
competition?
Oh no, not like that. But
Like organized? I had
friends.
I had a year. I had a full year, and I
Really?
got a gold medal at every
Come on.
match. At every meet that I went to, I got a medal.
What kind of wrestling? Like
yeah, I love how Steve's always just like
gridiron
bro, you were the
wrestling.
best basketball player
in
in
Shawila.
Yeah, wrestling. I mean, like regular gridiron wrestling. I was like 9, but I was
Really?
I was a wiry little bastard.
I was too heavy for all the weight classes.
How heavy were you back in those days, Steve? Are you a pretty big teen?
Yeah, I was probably around like from 250 to 300.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
As what? As a 9-year-old?
No, as a teenager. But it was like the same thing with football. It was like I couldn't play for 2 years before high school because they do those kinds of sports by weight class. So like I couldn't play football, pee-wee football for a few years because I was too heavy for safety for like the other kids.
When did you become 6'3"? Did you grow into 6'3", or were you like me?
Probably sophomore year, junior year. I was like 6 feet in junior high, and then I grew a few more
Grew a couple
in high
more
school.
inches. Yeah, I think that was me. I was definitely like 6 feet tall when I was in 7th grade, and then maybe had an inch left over afterwards. Like my posture just caught up with me. But now I've shrunk because my posture's bad because I got tech neck.
What's a tech neck?
Tech neck is when you always looking down at your phone or looking down at your freaking laptop.
I've seen these things that like you put. That's like one of the Bob Dylan harmonica things that you put around your neck while you're playing the guitar for your phone. So you just like keeps it right there, and you don't have to use your hands at all.
Like when you you can lay in bed and it just like is above you.
Yeah.
And you get 2 hands.
God, one of the worst things is like, man, I'm so guilty of just like waking up and grabbing my phone right away.
Yeah, me too.
But like the poetic justice of all of it is like when you pick
Drop
it up,
it on
and
your
drop it on your face and like donk your fucking forehead. It's like, God, fuck. I fucking guess I deserve that. God damn it.
I think I like shattered a screen protector with my tooth once doing that.
God.
Like not shattered it, but definitely like put a crack in it or like a ding in it. I was like, oh my God, I'm pathetic.
Some strong teeth, dude.
Or maybe what it was when we're touring, like I get like magnets that I tape on the bottom side of the bunk that I'm underneath. If that
Of
makes
what?
sense. So like on the bunks, we
It's
got
like
3
pictures of hot chicks.
No. And then I
Yasmin
put
Bleeth.
magnets on the back of my iPad, so that when I'm laying in bed, I can just look up
Oh, it's
and
your
watch
iPad.
rather than doing the tech neck thing.
Oh.
I just like put it up on the essentially what is the roof of the bunk. Well, man, you hit a gnarly bump with old Bob Kosar.
Just fucking conjunctions on your
It just
face.
falls right on your face.
Ouch. That hurts, dude.
It's painful.
It's a painful. You guys ever been in a car accident?
Yeah, I was just in one recently with you.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I'm laughing. It was awful. It wasn't awful.
I've never been in a real like legit car accident though. I'm trying to think.
Yeah, ours was pretty.
It was scary though, even for how
pretty-
even for how minimal it was. It was still terrifying. I think because like
Rudy
was in the rig.
had 2 kids in their car too.
Yeah, Rudy and Taz were in the rig, and that's always terrifying. And the lady that hit us, their bags went off, and
I
they
know.
got jacked. They got like punched
it was
hard.
crazy, man. It looked like her when you looked at their because they were like we had a Suburban and they had a big truck, and when you looked at after the crash, there was like this huge. It looked like a head had gone through the windshield,
Right? Yeah.
Because there was like this big
Bubble.
going through the windshield, and it was from the airbag.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, "Dude, are you okay?" She was like, "Just feeling a little stupid from the airbag hitting my face so hard. It's just like getting punched."
Yeah,
Damn.
I saw the lady in the passenger seat, and she looked like she was in shock, and I think
Yeah.
it was because she just got
Yeah, she
deutched
felt
with the airbag.
Yeah,
Painful, man.
I know.
Yeah, no, I've never been. Have you been in a legit car crash, Steve?
Thankfully, no.
Yeah.
I've been in a couple of minimal ones, but they were just kind of fender benders.
I was in a car with Alex Boyle and Joe Gill. Shout out to Joe Gill. Come on my podcast.
What about Alex Boyle, dude?
Boyle's cruising for a bruising.
He's
No,
got
shout out
bruises
to
prove it, dude.
Shout out to AT Boyle, my favorite Boyle and all the boys. And we were coming back from Whitefish, Montana. We're driving from Whitefish to Seattle. And we were stopping at the Gorge to watch Dave Matthews because I had hooks on tickies, baby.
And some hooks on some mellow molly.
Yeah, I wasn't doing Mellow Molly at that point in my life. And
Idiot.
we didn't sleep. Like, we just took off from the show because we needed to make it back to, like, Spokane for some stupid radio thing that BJ Olin had booked for me.
Shout out BJ Olin.
Shout out to the beach, bro.
Thanks.
And, no, I mean, bless his heart, he tried.
Nah. Thanks.
And so we were exhausted, and I'm on the freeway going 75 miles an hour, and I fall asleep. And Boyle and Joe are asleep. And I wake up, and I'm in the median, like the grass.
Mm-hmm.
And two of my tires are on the pavement, and two of my tires are on grass. And I don't know how I had the wherewithal to not just jerk the wheel, but I just kept it straight. I got into the grass and fishtailed right, fishtailed left, fishtailed right, fishtailed left,
Yikes.
fishtailed right again, and got back up on the freeway. Never touched the brakes once. I was still, like, because I was on cruise control. Got back on the freeway and was like,
Yikes.
we obviously pulled over right away, and Boyle smoked like half a pack of cigarettes.
Yeah.
And somebody's like, dude, you want me to take over? And I was like, bro, I'm so awake right now. Like, I've never been this
Definitely
awake in my
wasn't
life.
Boyle.
That was terrifying.
Yeah.
That was one of the most terrifying experiences of my life.
You remember when we were on that karaoke tour and we were driving through Canada or something, going up to Toronto or somewhere like that?
We're in like New Jersey, driving on the turnpike. And it was raining like mad. Yeah, and poor Bear was driving through that.
Driving your Sprinter van, and it was just torrential downpouring, dark, and I remember we had 2 semis like on either side of us, and you had like built a bed in the back of your Sprinter van,
so
and you and I were like playing Parcheesi, like thumb wars,
so
and
dumb.
giggling with each other.
No seatbelts, nothing. We would just gone
No.
straight through the windshield.
Bear was like up in the front, just like literally like breathing through his vape
Oh, he
pen.
was like just chucking cloud like Merlin.
Perfect. He was so anxious. He had to like get off the freeway and pull over after that was all said and done.
Yeah, it was
stop
like
and
he was like hyperventilating.
yeah, it was pretty
was-
gnarly.
So tough in
And
those
you and I were just like,
well, no, I mean we were like obviously
we were concerned for him, but we were just
concerned for him.
we
But
just
then
didn't
once
know what the actual magnitude of that situation was because we weren't the ones driving.
that is totally the case. Yeah, it's weird in those situations where you're not in control.
Yeah.
Like to do anything.
Yeah.
And I constantly.
you, dude?
Yeah.
Just shut the fuck up.
Yeah, just anything you say is gonna make this situation worse. So just shut up.
Yeah. Yeah, man, what a crazy time.
I was driving to Pullman, Washington one time with an ex-girlfriend, and we were driving. Once you get like towards the Palouse, and it just becomes farm country.
What's a Palouse?
Palouse is like just a part of Washington.
Oh.
It just becomes pitch black. Like there's no lights out there. It's out in the middle of nowhere. And we're driving in that part of the world. All of a sudden a coyote runs out in the middle of the road and I'm going 70 miles an hour. I can't avoid it. Just nail it. Just totally hit the thing. I'm like, oh God, slow down. Stop. Thing's dead. I'm like, okay. So this is creepy. So I get going. 3 miles down the road, like 100 yards out, no kidding, there's 2 owls just standing in the middle of the road. And I have a thing with owls. It's weird. Like growing up, like I always would find those little owl pelts. Have you ever seen these before? So owls will they eat things whole, and then
Like rats and stuff.
and then they digest them, all of the meat and everything, and the edible components. Okay, this is what I think. Hazen Odell would be like, "You're an idiot. You're not saying it right." But this is what I think happens. All of that, the nutrients gets pulled from the animal, and then what's called a pellet gets puked up, and it's like all the bones and the hair. And
Puked?
Yeah, they hawk it back up.
Not a poop.
I don't think they poop it. I think they.
Now he's checking.
Yeah. A pellet in ornithology is a mass undigested parts of bird's food that the bird species occasionally regurgitate.
Cool.
Nice.
So I would always find those, which apparently they're not, they're pretty rare to find. And I always get swooped by them as a kid. You know, they come down and just swoop me at night.
How did they do it?
And these 2 owls, they're sitting in the middle of the road, and like I said, I'm going like 70 miles an hour. I'm already freaked out about hitting a coyote. I'm like sad, super sad. And so I'm going like I said, 100 yards away. I'm like, oh, this plenty of time for these owls to get out of the way. They're gonna totally get out of the way. 75 yards away, they're still standing there. Like, all right, we've got a while. 50 yards away, they both fly. They both leave the road. They set sail. Scatter. The one on the right flies to the right and goes off into no man's land. I think he probably went back to Narnia where he came from. The one on the left swoops to the left and then comes back around and starts flying directly at my windshield.
Yikes.
And I'm like, I'm still...
You're sad from your coyote.
No, like I'm in shock right now. I don't know what to do. It happened so fast. I'm like, this owl's going to pull up. Psh, crashes right, like he was diving right at my face.
Yikes.
Gets stuck in my wind visor up top.
Really?
Yeah, like up above
Jeez, dude.
my van. And both me and my ex-girlfriend are screaming at the top of our lungs. Freaking out. Absolutely freaking out. Like, I think that Marilyn Manson's about to pop out of some like trash bag somewhere and take one of my ribs. I'm like, I'm not getting out of the car. I'm terrified. This owl, I've been terrified of owls my whole life anyways. This owl's going to like rise from the dead and come in like just pierce one of my nips or something. So I'm just trying to, it's stuck in the visor. I'm trying to get it out of the visor. I'm edging and braking. Eat for like 50 feet.
Yards,
trying to get this thing out of and it finally comes out. And I mean, it was super dead.
What was this? When you were out, while you were telling that story, it brought up another story of yours that I remember. Was this with the same girlfriend that you were trying to relieve of her hiccups?
Oh God!
Because you
I almost killed
tell
her.
that story.
So, in the same
Is it
part
the same
of the
one?
Yeah.
It was with her. It was Rachel.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Same part of the world. It wasn't hiccups, bro. I was just trying to like be funny.
Oh my God, dude, this is the worst and best story.
So, prior to this trip, we had like found out because she was feeling sick for a while that she was anemic. So like anemic.
He goes out on this.
No,
I'm
not going to tell you
what it is.
I'm not going to tell you what
shouldn't even done that. Just said anemic.
It's anemia. Anemia is some sort of blood disorder.
Yeah,
and one of the side effects of anemia is your blood doesn't clot normally, like a normal person's. So when she went in to get tested, I'm probably butchering this. And Ray, I'm sorry. You can tell me that I'm an asshole if you... You're never going to hear this. What am I talking about?
She might.
There's no way.
I hope so.
When she came back, she was like, yeah, I got to be really careful because, like, I'm going to start getting on these pills. But until like I'm got my anemia situated, like if I start to bleed, it's really hard for my blood to clot. So like, she just kind of told me that. This was probably like a week and a half prior to us doing this trip. And we go out to where my folks live in the middle of Washington. And, we're just like fucking chipping dandies, just like being silly. And
chipping dandies.
You know the old trick where when you're driving, you just slam on the brakes and scream at the top of your lungs.
No.
Steve, you've done this.
No, never done that.
Shut up.
I thought
you've never done this.
Old ditty.
This old chipping dandy.
My dad would do it to me a lot when I was a kid.
My brothers would do this to me to like have the same thing happen.
Yeah, when you were sleeping or something, you would just slam on the brakes, and then you wake up just like terrified. Mm-hmm. So I was like, oh, this would be funny. Not knowing that Rachel doesn't have her seatbelt on. So I slam on the brakes and scream to be funny. Rachel flies forward, hits her head on the windshield, shatters the windshield. And I'm not talking like a little bit of a cracky. I'm talking like spider web you cannot see through the windshield anymore.
Puts a bubble on it.
Proper bubble, like airbag just went off. And I am like, I just killed my girlfriend. She's dead.
God.
She's just
straight to Rikers.
Bro, I'm not kidding you. This woman had the hardest head of any human alive. No bump, no bruise, no pain, nothing. We just looked at each other and it was like, for at least 35 seconds of like,
God,
is everything okay? And I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry.
That is so funny.
But nothing. Oh, she didn't even have a headache. She had no side effects from it at all. Just shattered the windshield.
That's interesting. I feel like just as you're such a storyteller, and
I put a little mayo on that, maybe.
No, I'm like hoping that you will put more mayo on that. Like I thought that she had hiccups, so I liked that component of the story in my own narrative of what your story was. That, yeah. It's like I think if I've ever heard the story, maybe I've told other people that like
maybe she did have.
That's
hiccups.
So funny. That's what's funny about like this whole thing because like you hear a story from somebody and then like I took it out of context and I was like, so Rachel had the hiccups and Alan thought it would be like, really funny. He was trying to like scare, like trying to make you kind of out to be like this
a little better of a human.
Yeah, you wind it up to make you kind of become this like hero of the beginning of that story and then a complete fucking asshole by the end of it.
I might be remembering it wrong. She may have had hiccups.
I thought that's what it was because you were like trying to scare her, and that's like because that's funny because if you're just trying to scare again, I'm just going back to like storytelling and putting mustard on stories. If all you're doing is just like scaring her for no reason.
The story I got from Alan was that he was doing a selfie video and a PSA for his nephews on "You wear a seatbelt in the car, kids."
Yeah, I was like, this is why I was doing a TikTok.
Yeah,
this is why you wear your seatbelt, kiddies.
Isn't that so funny, man?
I was doing a tic-tac.
Stories are the best, man. There's so many ways. There's so many ways to tell it. So many people can be so bland with their stories. It's just like so many people are like, they're just like, man, you just have so many stories. Like, I wish I had any stories.
You do have a
I
shit
do
ton
have
of
a lot of stories, but like, you just have to be good at telling them too, because so many people also have stories. They just don't know how to tell them.
They're not a storyteller. Yeah, I've got a few just personalities popping up in my brain of human beings. One of our best friend, Tristan, terrible storyteller.
Is he?
Awful.
Yeah, I don't know how somebody can be as bad as him at telling stories. It's like the same thing can happen to both of us, and it has several times.
I don't know how many stories he's ever told. Well, I'm sure he has.
What's funny too is he's a hilarious human.
Yeah,
I mean, it's mainly when he's drinking. Let's be honest.
That's true.
When he's like wasted, it's like just this mumble bunny stuffed animal derp. And you're like, dude, you're reading War and Peace right now, but you can't tell me what color the car was that you ran into.
Confucius told me that. You're like, what the fuck are you talking about?
My
dude?
favorite is like people who will tell a story, but they'll give you the details that don't matter in the story, right? They're like, oh, so this is crazy. This is crazy. So I go to the airport, right, to pick up my wife. And she's flying Delta. Maybe it's American.
Yeah.
No, I think it was South. She was definitely Southwest. And no shit, man. Maybe it was Horizon. And she's like, who the fuck cares about the airline?
I wrote a whole sketch. I wrote a whole sketch on that for the three of us to do. Before we even started this podcast, we were gonna like do sketch comedy and like just try to like write some movies. I have like 3 scripts. One with Steve as the fucking like health coach, cook. Health chef. Another one, the super flamboyant health coach, and then another one where he's where we come over and we're doing that exact same thing. We're just like talking about a road trip we went on and like what happened along the way, and then by the end of it, we're getting fucking pissed off at each other, and we like walk away, and Steve's just like, you didn't even tell me what the fuck happens in the story,
just
dude.
Pan back to Steve and he's a skeleton.
Yeah, we got so many things to do, boys. Muchachos.
Hey, folks! Today, our episode is brought to you in part by our good friends at Ladder Coffee. Head to laddercoffee.com and you can order beans directly from the brewer, as well as some of this beautiful cold brew. Locally owned and operated out of Spokane, Washington. Check it out. Ladder Coffee.
I'm jacked!
It's your birthday, dude. It's your birthday, dude. It's your birthday, dude. It's your birthday, dude. It's a bum bum. It's a bum bum. It's a bum bum. It's a bum bum.
When do you start, like, because there's, like 40 and 50 and 60. Like, those are going to be big birthdays. But I'm turning 34.
Yeah.
No one cares.
Duck.
Nobody cares.
Duck and cover.
Like, I'm really glad that you guys are considerate enough to just even know that it's my birthday. Like,
well, just
that's
because
sweet. Because honestly, I would have forgot. I would have totally if I didn't have, like, if my wife didn't remember, and a few, like, it's not me remembering. Some people who are like the annoying birthday people. They're like,
it's my birthday month, and
it's my birthday month.
Well, it's gonna seem like you're that guy because it's gonna be talked about
the whole month.
This is gonna be going into April.
Yeah,
it's probably gonna be June.
For everybody at home, we did like 9 podcasts in 3 days.
Yeah.
So it's gonna seem like, wait a minute, man, you had a 2-month birthday. But there are people, right, who just like let you know that their birthday's coming up.
And what is that?
I don't know. They just dig birthdays, I guess. Maybe they celebrated it more growing up. And it wasn't that I didn't celebrate birthdays, but I just don't give. It was never that big of a deal.
Yeah.
Like, I'll never forget Christmas. I'll never forget Halloween.
Yeah. I think
my birthday, I'm just like, I would totally forget it if people didn't tell me, like, hey, what are you doing for your birthday?
Dude, birthday should just be for the mom.
Yeah, totally. Birthday should be for the mom, but also if you want to celebrate your birthday I think once you're past 21, like the decades matter, I guess, but they only matter if other people are doing it for you. Like, don't go out and try to do it yourself.
You're like, I'm throwing myself a 50th birthday party.
Yeah, it's just like
ugh,
if people want to do it, if people want to do it for me, like, and they need a little bit of help from me, then like, great. But like, I'm not trying to go out of my way to like, guys, because I'm gonna be 35 this year, and like that seemed like every 5 has kind of a ring to it, but at the same, I know exactly. But so I'm just like, fuck, am I gonna be doing? I want to be probably here.
I hope you're doing backstroke. I hope you're doing backstrokes in in levits of LA looks.
Dude, I'm gonna be doing backstrokes in some LA looks, dude.
Yeah, I think like utilizing your birthday to get people together is a cool way to do about it. But you know, whatever.
35. How old are you, Steve? 36.
35.
35. We're gonna be the same age. 34, 35.
Yeah, dude. 34. It's like a weird age.
It is a weird age.
I don't really. I feel like I could just skip this one, and I feel like what we could do is just
skip 2020 and the whole year.
No. Just like some people have leap years.
Mm-hmm.
Like we just cut out the in betweens and just like people only live to be 10. But it's just we're celebrating each decade instead of like every birthday. It's like kind of ridiculous. You know, so it's like, hey, dude, I'm 7 today when you're like 70.
Yeah, but it's also nice to get like those hit ups, you know, and just get told happy birthday, and you're like, oh, that's nice.
Of course, it is. It is very nice. It is very nice. I'm gonna make. I'm not sure what. The bugger to me is like when people. I don't receive gifts very well.
Yeah. Do your best. Can we all go around the room and do our best reenactment of receiving a gift on Christmas that's not that cool?
I mean, I like. Well.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
This is I've literally, it's the same thing that happened on that show that we were watching. This is amazing. Honestly, like, this is amazing. Like, I seriously, like, I've been like actually wanting one of these.
Right.
I wanted one of these for actually a long time.
Can we act out a scene
like,
where I give you a present that you don't like?
Sure.
Okay. Jules.
Hey, man.
Happy birthday, man.
Thanks, dude.
I got you this. Here.
You shouldn't have got me anything, man, honestly.
I know, but it's just my character. You
it's
open
not
it?
Really your character, but I will, I guess. Yeah, sure. Honestly,
Here,
dude.
open it from this side.
Okay. What side? Like this?
This side I'm handing you.
Okay. Great. It's heavy. They say that things that are heavy are typically pretty good,
yeah.
right?
I'm generous.
Oh, cool. It's got a lot of, like, put duct tape on this? It's like
Gorilla Glue.
Oh, you didn't need to do that. I get it. That's funny. Like, you made it harder to get into, right? Because it's probably like super special.
Yeah, because I like to watch.
Oh, got it. There you go. Oh my God, dude.
Do you like it?
Do I like it? Dude. Dude, this is awesome, man.
Yeah,
thank you so.
It's a plunger.
Yeah, I know. I've literally
but
like.
It plunges itself.
When I was on the flight coming here, I was looking at the Sharper Image catalog, and I was like, "This is exactly what I've actually been wanting one of these for like literally a literal long time."
Oh, cool.
This is, dude. Seriously.
Yeah.
Seriously, dude. Thank you.
They're expensive too.
Oh, well, that's why I didn't buy it, because I can't afford it. Like, honestly, man, this is very generous, dude. Thank you.
Yeah, they have different colors too. So if you want to get a different color, you can. I have the gift receipt, but if you really like it, then
dude, it's honestly like,
I don't need to give you the gift receipt, right?
No. You can
have it if you want it.
I appreciate this, man. This is really, really cool.
Cool.
Yeah, thank you.
Can I keep the box?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Yeah. I hate this gift.
That wasn't our best work.
No, it was awful. We needed that. We're so stupid, dude.
I should have said automated lawnmower.
Yeah.
Owl pellets.
That's good too.
Oh my God! Like, that's not even it. Like, it's honestly just like, I'm pretty good. I just hate it. I just hate the feeling I have because I don't like it. But I'm pretty good at acting like I do.
Yeah.
So like,
Taz knows mine. I have a certain laugh when I'm like, I'm really not wanting to be involved in this conversation. It's like this like petty laugh thing. It's that. I do it at the checkout stand all the time. Yeah. Oh man. You're a Doritos fan too. Yep.
Yep. Yeah, that's gross, dude.
And like the slower the tempo of the laugh, the less I want to be there.
When have you ever done that?
Pay attention now.
Yikes, dude.
It happens all the time.
Oh, man.
Not all the time. I'm usually really, really excited about talking to people at the grocery store.
Me too, dude. Good old Dwayne over at good old Yolks. Love that place, man. They got some nice bowls.
Some nice bowls. Some sick Szechuan.
All right, guys. Favorite cereal on one.
Oats.
Steve.
I mean, O's. Did you guys ever have those growing up? The O's, the honey O's?
Oh, you said O's.
No, I said oats, but I mispronounced it. O's.
I had Honey Nut Cheerios.
Yeah, nobody else said anything. I just said O's, and then you guys just started making.
I was the one that asked the question, so I was waiting for Steve. But yet again, Steve's just fucking sitting over there picking his scabs.
I don't have any scabs. I use Vaseline and LA Looks.
What's yours, Jules? Honey nut.
No, that's not my favorite. I just had that. It's up there. I'd probably say Cinnamon Toast Crunch, or Rice Krispie Treats cereal, which is
they
gone.
discontinued those.
Long time ago.
Fruity Pebbles.
See, the Fruity Pebbles could stay crisp for at least like 5% more time.
I'll show you how to do it.
What do you do?
It's milk ratio and angle of bowl tilt. So you make a small pool of milk and the rest stays dry on top.
Is that serious shit?
Yeah, dude. I don't fuck around with Fruity Peps.
Wow. Do you buy them still?
Just one in my pantry right now.
What's your favorite cereal that most people would think is disgusting? On the count of one. Rice Chex.
Kashi. The Kashi, like
Kashi 6ix9ine, dude.
I like Raisin Bran.
Oh yeah, Raisin Bran fucks. I
don't like raisins.
I dig Raisin Bran, and yes, that would be one that I would like get at a hotel buffet. That I don't
Continental
think most
Breck.
people would like. The Rice Chex, I like to let them get soggy. And then scoop them in.
Is your favorite piece in the Chex Mix the brown toast crisp?
Rye Crisp.
Rye Crisp.
Say it again. In the what? In the Gordettos?
Chex Mix.
Or Gordettos.
I don't really fuck with Chex Mix.
Me neither.
I bought Steve Chex Mix for his last birthday.
Why?
It's still up here.
Why did you buy those for his birthday?
I thought he liked those.
I do like them a lot.
Yeah, you just left them up here, never ate them.
Chex Mix.
I'm not much of a snacker.
Well,
they've been nice for the guests in the band. They've been getting eaten.
It's true. Guys, we're going to have a pita pit here soon rather than just a Jimmy John's. I cannot wait. I've been trying all the new flavors of pita pit. Chicken Souvlaki is where it's at.
Souvlaki is a type of cheese, right?
I couldn't tell you.
Isn't Souvlaki that like? No, I'm thinking what's the fried cheese? Like you get a brick of cheese and then you just put it in a frying pan. Halloumi. Anybody? You know what I'm talking about? We had it the other day at the house. It was delicious.
Never.
Souvlaki.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know souvlaki. I think it's just a style that the chicken's cooked in. I think it's like a Greek style of cooking the chicken, maybe.
Souvlaki is a popular Greek fast food consisting of small pieces of meat and sometimes vegetables grilled on a skewer.
So it's like just a skewer. We had souvlaki last night. Japanese souvlaki.
Yeah, you got a bunch of like you were like Japanese food tonight for dinner, and then you came home with like a bunch of like lamb on a stick.
Yeah,
which was cool, but it was like super not what I was expecting.
Not Japanese enough for you?
It wasn't Japanese at all. It didn't seem like. But that's fine. I mean, it was. I was totally satisfied. It was just.
You were expecting
it's-
sushi or like raw fish.
Well, yeah. I mean, like even like getting lamb.
Sometimes like sushi, I don't know. Just like sushi takeout just doesn't. I'll get it and then I bring it home and I'm just like, this is not the same experience.
Yeah.
It's just not.
You gotta get at those little tables. Get a koi fish pond next to you.
Koi fish. You get a couple hot sakis up in your body. Get
Do a
the
couple
blood
sake bombs,
flowing.
sake bombs, Ecuadors.
Get a couple Sapporos, dude. Start telling some jokes.
Yeah.
And then you get your roll finally, and you're like, ah. I mean, my favorite is like sashimi, just like the fish, just straight fish.
Try to go to those hibachi grills.
No rice. Oh, I love it. Like toro. Have you ever had toro? It's like tuna belly.
I don't know.
You better catch up because it's not gonna be around for much longer,
Why they're going extinct?
bro. Come on. Yeah, we
What?
got automatic lawnmowers, bro.
I know that's your fault. You're the one buying them all up, you fucking home wrecker.
Who's Vania? Yeah, toro's like it's butter. It's like literally like having a stick of butter in your mouth. It's so delicious.
But a good butter biscuit with crispy edges might be nice for me.
Yeah, I do love a good biscuit. My mom made biscuits growing up that were pretty rad. But
I like to put jam on it.
like a hot biscuit. Is
Kind of
incredible.
jam. Strawberry, grape, blueberry, Marionberry.
I go with raspberry.
Oh, there you go too.
My
You
grandma.
guys ever picked raspberries?
Yeah. Oh
Holy
yeah.
shit, that's a task.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one at a time.
That's tough.
I had a babysitter growing up who had the most epic garden, and around the fence of her garden was all raspberries, and she'd let me go in just afternoon, just pick until my life was divine.
And he came home with 6.
No, I just ate them all. I just pick them and ate them, pick them and ate them, pick them and ate them.
Kept picking till my life was divine. Yeah, you probably like. I wouldn't want to keep going after 10 minutes of that. That shit sucks. It's not a fun task.
Well, the bugger is too is there's pricklies on them,
Hella pricklies on them, dude.
and you get caught pricking.
Let's go celebrate your birthday, dude. For the 19th time this year.
Let's do it.
What do you want for your? What do you want from? If your fans could give you something that wasn't material,
Yeah, that
And it
wasn't
wasn't just-
material.
or material, whatever, but it wasn't just like
Well, I'm trying to think
Listen.
what is not material.
a listen.
That's material. You're listening to something.
How is it material?
Because you have to make a material in order to listen to it. How would they listen to me without some sort of material?
It's just I guess you're taking it out of context from where I'm taking it. Just like
So
object.
to give me something that's not an object.
object.
Oh man. Well, I mean, I want to say like buy tickets to the next time I come near your place
Mm-hmm.
and come to a show and let's hang out.
They probably are gonna do that though.
Who knows, man? Who knows what's going to happen with the next 2 years?
Mhm.
If people are going to feel comfortable going to shows. I'm so interested to see. I wish I could just jump fast, just have a time machine and go to like September of this year.
So for your birthday, you just want your fans to come and see you, despite what the hell is going on in the world.
Just next time you can. Next time you feel comfortable and can, just come out and hang out with us when we can all be together again.
How cool would it be if we could do if we could turn this into something that had a following that was big enough to go out and do shows with it?
Oh my God. That'd be so
Be so
ludicrous and be so
fun.
much
Yeah.
fun.
It'd be so funny, dude.
Would I be on the bus?
Fuck yeah, you'd be on the bus. Dude.
No,
you'd be on
you'd
the
be
short
on-
bus
like
behind
during
us.
the show.
No, you'd be
Yeah, just like hiding
back at the
behind the stage.
There's a voice
Dude,
of
nobody
God.
would even want to see us, man. Like I know Armchair Expert Dax Shepard does his thing, and they go out and do live shows, and dude, people go fucking berserk for Monica Padman because she's just like the person who kind of just like produces the thing, and she just sits back and talks when she feels like it, when it's necessary. I have a feeling people would be way more stoked. We could have some Stevie Baby shirts. And
Oh,
people would be
yes,
fucking
bro.
about-
Those would
but they'd have to be with fucking
Those would
the
sell
picture
like
of your fucking
hot cakes, bro.
yeah, the picture of Stevie Baby.
I want
fucking-
anybody who listens to this podcast to comment somewhere. Would you buy a shirt with this face on it?
Stevie Baby.
Literally this one.
It's
Looks like
so
a mixture
good.
between Elvis Presley and
It's
like,
like I ate Elvis Presley.
yeah, dude. I don't know, from that angle, bro, you're looking svelte.
Yeah, dude.
Look at baby boy.
I thought you
Stevie.
were. I was like, did you put your face on? I was like, did you put your face on like me or something like that? I couldn't
Right.
tell.
I didn't know your lips were that juicy.
Yeah, dude, you look hot. Yeah, did we get some
Gross.
Stevie Baby shirts? I think there's a real chance that someday we can turn this into a live show. I don't think there's
It'd
any
be
reason why we
awesome.
couldn't.
Be so much fun, dude, to pal around the world. with
Imagine,
you
dude,
idiots.
just like go to do a
I mean, I
little,
already
do a little,
pal around with Stevie Boy, but like,
but just to do like an intentional like how good's this tour where we go 30
I mean,
cities.
Here's a scoop. Here's a scoop. The reason why it would be so amazing is because I'd actually get to hang out with Steve.
Yeah, right.
Because like he wouldn't be setting up the stage for 12
Well,
hours.
dude, you wouldn't have to set shit up, man. You,
I
like,
know,
It would
it's
be so
just
cool. You
two
just go
chairs and a
just sit.
microphone.
That'd be the closest thing to like stand up we could do. I mean, we could do stand up.
I got
if
a
we wanted
tight.
to.
I got a tight 6.
I got a tight 2. I got a 2-pack.
got 3 stories. all of them have Heinz on top of them. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We love you. We hope you're well. And stay well, stay blessed, and stay tuned.
Can we sing this? Ai Svenja Savahichivo Svenja Hoya. I love how Alan like stands in the corner and like waits till he's like ready to come in.
I don't know the lyrics to that song.
Who does? I Svenja Savahichivo. Bye.
Pajamas, penguins on the bottom. Pajamas, penguins on the bottom.
Oh, boo-boo, did you just make it to the end of the video? Yes, you did. Do you want to see more videos just like this one? Do you?
Well, then head over to patreon.com/live at the lodge, where you can support the How Good's This podcast, as well as the entire Live at the Lodge family.
Yep, yeah, you're going to get exclusive merch, personalized shout-out videos. Me and Jules, we're going to show up at your house and baptize your nephew, huh? Check it out, patreon.com/live at the lodge.